podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm every day.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please.
Canelo, are you ready?
¿Está preparado?
I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today.
When you're in the trenches, you know, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was going to fold from his...
The popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would been smoked. Pack the whole group up. Pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful.
You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank?
I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belts. I'll whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. You know what's happening, what's in the city.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather, me sitting on the couch. I told him, a bum ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a furrow on his 80 degrees.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, and we will be joined alongside a few virtual co-hosts. This will be our second live of the day. We did do a live for superstar amateur standout Kermel Moton and Zaquin Moses. Zaquin Moses, the cousin of Shakur Stevenson and the grandson of Wally Moses, obviously the trainer of Shakur. Kermel Moton, a heavily touted amateur standout. And those two faced off in the finals. We did a live fight chat for that. You can check it out here on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, or anywhere podcasts are heard. iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeart, and Spotify, all that greatness. But today, we're here to discuss Gervonta Tank Davis firing back, taking shots at the legend Mike Tyson for claiming the only similarity the two, Mike Tyson, and Tank Davis have in common is getting in trouble with the police. And this comes off the back of a reporter asking Mike if there were any comparisons, and he said none, other than his run-ins with the law. So that didn't sit well with Gervonta Tank Davis, who fired back saying, "You're right. I was way more skilled than you are." You know what I mean? So he believes he's more skilled. The problem with that is we have to find out, is he? Now, both men have similar similarities, right? Meaning that they are short men in their division with magnificent power. Our very own David Maldonado, the historian, he said to remind the audience that Tyson was only 5'10", 217 pounds, and knocking out guys that were 6 feet, 3 inches, and up to 220 pounds without any rehydration clauses or catch weights, the way the Tank is doing to Ryan Garcia. So maybe Tank should slow down about saying he's more skilled, because Mike never used a catch weight or a rehydration clause. Mike was considered the baddest man on the planet and intimidated all comers. But this is what we're talking about. There's not a lot here to give you in terms of quotes and back and forth, but I will read what we do have. Tyson obviously was recently asked if Tank was worthy of being compared to him, and the 56-year-old responded by claiming that the only reason they should be linked together is that they were both known for being in trouble with the police. He said, and I quote, "I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no." Now, obviously, we all know that Tank was arrested several times, and he's had his fair share of run-ins with the law, as did Mike Tyson, who served time for a very heinous crime. That being said, Davis agreed with Tyson after Tyson obviously dismissed the comparison in skill, which many would have said, yes, there is a comparison. Tyson being short, packing a wallop. Tank being short, packing a huge punch. I think that we've always called Tank kind of the lightweight Mike Tyson. So for Mike Tyson himself to suggest that there isn't any, I guess it didn't sit well with Tank, who wrote on his Twitter, "I agree, I have more skills." So this is what we're talking about, just the simple back and forth between two big fighters. But Mike Tyson did go on to say that Tank is a great fighter and he'll be a legend too if he keeps fighting. So maybe Tank should have just let the old man talk a little bit. But it also makes for great promotion for Tank on the back of his biggest fight versus Ryan Garcia. Shout out to Ryan that dropped a brand new episode on his YouTube channel, and it is well done, and so far it is a great watch, and I plan on finishing it and probably doing a review on Ryan's episode. It's very similar to a 24/7 style. That being said, if you're watching this on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, I need you to come on over here and smash that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the algorithm of the show. Plus, it'll let any new subscribers know that today we'll be live from the biggest dispensary here in Las Vegas, Hardin, doing our live fight chat for David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant for the pay-per-view. That'll be starting at 6 p.m. So that'll be our third live fight chat, and that'll be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. But I'm going to go out to the callers. If you want to call in, you know the number to do that is 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion, and then let us know how you feel about Mike Tyson dismissing the comparison in skill between Tank and himself, and Tank himself saying, "You're right, I was more skilled than you."
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
We got General Camino on a check-in on Twitter. What's up, brother? General Camino, do you copy? We hear you.
Oh, I think, yeah, and that shit thing was off. You get me now?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, cool. As far as the whole, Tank Mike Tyson thing, I don't know. It's weird because, I mean, do you think Mike might have been saying that Tank is more skilled because he was just comparing, like, the arrest situation, or you think he's really just, trying to play Tank as far as, like, you don't got it like me?
Not really sure, man. Not really sure how to interpret it,
Because, I mean, I get the rehydration clause and how that's not really the best look for Tank right now, but I don't know. I mean, outside of a few fights that I think he may have cherry-picked for himself, I mean, I feel like he's had a pretty good career. Probably not as comparable to Mike, but I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird comparison them two. But I honestly thought you'd be on here talking about the Carmel, what's his kid name? Is it Zaquan?
Yeah, Zay Quinn. I mean, we did a live fight chat. We watched the fight live. We did a whole video on it during the
Y'all did a
fight.
live fight chat just recently?
For sure, for sure. You got to get that subscription on YouTube with the notification bell, brother. We definitely did a live fight chat. We started 9:30ish, maybe 9:40 West Coast.
Damn, I ain't even. I'm subscribed. I got the $15 membership and everything. I ain't even peeped that. But I did watch that fight. I thought it was a pretty good fight. I thought Carmel got robbed. I felt like he landed a lot of accurate power shots that I don't think he got credit for. But yeah, I kind of just want to touch on that too. Outside of that, I'm pretty good. Appreciate y'all taking my call.
Appreciate you, man, for calling in and for being a hardcore, man. You tuned into that Carmel and Zay Quinn fight. You're definitely a hardcore. We got Kayleese. What up? Yep.
Yeah, what's good?
What's up, champ?
Hey, man. I feel like I'm not sure if Tyson was trying to take a dig at Tank or not, but I got Tank as more skilled. I mean, he doesn't, he's not a legend yet or anything like that. But whenever we seen Mike get taken into deep waters, we know what happened. Once his opponents got past the initial, power and all that, then it didn't look too good for Mike. Tank, on the other hand, we've seen him in trouble early, but he'll download information. You can see him, testing out counter shots and all that. And then he ends up getting his opponent out of there later. Yep. To me, he got more skill.
Can't deny that, man. But Tank hasn't faced the level of opposition that a Mike has, right? Like, we don't know how skilled Tank is until he gets in there with his Lennox Lewis and his Buster Douglas and, his Evander Holyfield and his Danny Williams. Has he done that for you already?
No, he hasn't. Not yet. I'll agree with that. I don't know if, to be honest, I don't know if we'll ever see that because I don't know if Tank got that dog in him like that. But for me, from what I can see, he does have more skills, but you are right about that. He hasn't faced all the, the guys that like Mike has. But, hopefully we get to see that.
All right, champ. Well, thank you for calling in. I'm going to get
Y'all keep up the good work.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead and drop us a 5-star review. Anybody that feels we're doing good work, well, the best way to show us some love is drop us a 5-star review on iTunes. That's absolutely free. Costs you nothing, but it helps us tremendously. Keeps us number one, the boxing podcast in the world by obviously those 5-star reviews. But it looks like I got my virtual co-host here in the building. What it do?
Salute, Skip. Salute to the TBV family. We got an interesting topic today, man. Talking that Tank and Mike Tyson.
Hold on a minute. I'm not seeing you. I don't know why that didn't work. Try that one more time. See if that works. No? All right.
Is that me?
No. I don't know. I'm not seeing you pull up. Can you jump in and jump out and try that? If
sure.
Not, just trying here. This is a new way I'm trying to bring in a virtual co-host, kind of the way we did in Florida. So hopefully that works so that we can keep the panel nice and spicy. Getting everyone's opinion always makes for a better show. So let me see where he is at. But if you want to call in, the number to call is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget you can add, you can go ahead. Oh, that's wrong. Man, I don't know why it's not working. Let me see. But anyway, go ahead, brother. Talk to us.
Well, when I seen this when I seen this topic, man, one thing I could say for sure, people are gonna have a definite recency bias. And the first thing people are always going to allude to is Mike Tyson's resume and blah, 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 but in a negative way. But it's one thing I got to say about his career as a whole. Like earning the reputation. Now let's just stick with the skills for a second. Tank says he's more skilled. I don't know. I mean, is he more technically sound? He could be. We haven't seen that yet. But what I know about Mike Tyson, as far as being technically sound, being one of the smallest heavyweights, especially of his day, I mean, he didn't invent lateral movement, but he redefined it in order for it to make it work for him in the land of giants and long jabs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that takes a very particular skill to be the alligator arm guy that's touching everybody and touching them with power. Being a particularly throwing hooks. Mike Tyson wasn't really a jabber. He still threw the jab to set up some of that punches, but lateral movement at the waist and not necessarily at the feet, but still being able to cut off the ring on a fighter. He later in his career, and we know probably why that was, he did chase fighters around the ring trying to knock them out, and a lot of them he did, but I mean, we have to see Tank in those positions. That's number one when we talk about skills. The other thing is, I'm not sure if there's anybody in boxing that can, and they would have to do so with a particular set of skills to earn the reputation as the baddest man on the planet. Literally from 1985 to 1990, it was 5 years. Well, it was nothing happening like in the heavyweight division unless it revolved around the fear of Mike Tyson or the arrival of Mike Tyson. So a 5-year run like that in the sport, undoubtedly, yeah, man, that says a lot about what kind of skills a fighter possesses. Now, comparing the two, again, way too early in Tank's career. So, I like that you got to have that audacity, So I like that he has the audacity to feel like he's in that league. But, I don't know, man. Time will tell for sure.
Nah, for sure, man. It's
and
like
a lot
you
of
said,
callers are not going to realize that, though. And I don't want to keep going, but a lot of callers are not going to realize that because when it's so easy, and I'm not saying you got to spend the time because I say so, but literally, even if you went back and you watched Mike Tyson's training techniques, you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff is so old school and rudimentary. That is old school skills, and you have to be a certain type of fighter to even adapt that and make it something you could use in the ring, man. Mike Tyson, please don't take no credit away from him because he did some things outside of the ring,
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, man, Tank still has time. He hasn't faced the opposition that obviously Mike has. And, we still have to wait and see what's going to happen with his career and is it going to pan out as good as, a Mike Tyson and will he be legendary? But there isn't any doubt in my mind, honestly. His trajectory seems to be pointing in the right direction. But Matthew, what's up, brother? Not hearing you, Matthew. Not hearing you. Seems like you guys are hearing me. Let me see. Is this Vega, maybe?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Matthew, jump out of the channel and back in.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, man. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hey, man. Just out here. I felt you when you talking about you didn't want to get in your pool. I'm in my pool right now. Yo, the water was so cold at first, but we working through it, man. But I mean, Mike Tyson can have his own opinion. I don't, skill wise, I can see why he could say no. I just want to make David Maldonado said something kind of funny to me, right? He talked about how Mike Tyson's 5'10", 217, fighting guys 6'3", but 220 pounds.
Like Matthew, man.
Tank has fought dudes at the same weight that are way taller, right? You got Barrios, you got Ryan Garcia coming up. Tank is usually the smaller guy, so to use that as a comparison, I just think it's foolish.
This is an opportunity.
Tank, and also when it comes to comparing fighters of old to current, you got to remember when we think of fighters as a child, we idolize them, we look up to them, and as an adult, we don't see fighters the same. So I can see why people are just like, oh, no way, or
They on Blog
Mike
Talk? Is that
Tyson's
Blog
this,
Talk?
Mike Tyson's that. If you look at his career, you know, he really doesn't have any great wins. And, you know, like you mentioned, Tank is still going through his career. He's 28. You know, it seems right now he's on his way to make the best fights possible. You know, once we get through Ryan, hopefully we get, you know, a Devin, a Shakur, and many more. But yeah, I just wanted to make a reference to that. I just think that was silly. It's like, yo, you know, the weight's the same. Height don't win fights, right? We said that many times.
I hear you.
Okay, you hear me. All right.
Vega, so
But-
you can't hear huh?
No, not at all.
And did you hear him earlier?
No.
At
It
all?
was dead silent here. Yeah, dead silence.
I wonder if YouTube, did you hear But Vega, we heard you, and you hear him or no?
No, I don't hear Vega at all.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess I got to work out some bugs there. But
all right, man. I'm gonna enjoy the pool, man.
It might be on my end.
Nah, I don't think so. You remember, this is not my Florida studio, so I'm trying to replicate what I got going on over there to allow for virtual guests. But let me see. Yeah, they said they hear on YouTube, so you're good. They can't hear on Discord. So that's all right, though. For today, it's all right. We can still take callers on Discord like Matthew. You can't hear them, but at least they can hear you on YouTube, which is the final show. You know what I mean? Matthew, what's up? Matthew. All right, moving on from Matthew and going to Blog Talk, where there are many callers. I have David Maldonado. What's up, New York City?
Yo, Ness, how's my audio? Because I got the Bluetooth on.
You straight.
Yo, first off, thank you for the shout out, man. I really appreciate that. For future references, when you shout me out, you can shout out my channel. I really would appreciate that, so I can try to get some.
What is it? Low Nose Boxing, right?
Low Nose Boxing. Yo, Ness. First off, you mentioned some fights in Mike Tyson's career. Unfortunately, the guys you mentioned are guys he lost to, but let's give Mike his flowers. Mike beat some guys that were very skilled in his day before he went to jail.
Champ, can you take off the Bluetooth or whatever so that people can actually hear you? Because you sounding not good. While he's doing that, ladies and gents, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility. It's going to put the episode.
Right now,
you straight.
All right, you mentioned guys that Mike lost to, but I'm going to talk about guys that he beat that were skilled. He beat Larry Holmes, past his prime Larry Holmes, but that was a win that still aged well because Larry Holmes went on to beat Ray Mercer after that, a few years later, and gave Evander a competitive fight. And Mike just blew him out in 4 rounds. Mike blew out Michael Spinks. He blew out Tony Tucker. He blew out Tony Tubbs. And I say that to say this. Mike Tyson was one of the few heavyweights for me that actually qualifies as pound-for-pound heavyweights because normally I don't put heavyweights on the pound-for-pound list with the exception of a few. Guys like Mike Tyson, because he was small, knocking dudes out. Wilder, he was light, knocking dudes out. And then Evander and Usyk. As far as who's more skilled, I think Tank might be a little bit more skilled as far as boxing-wise, but you can't put Mike Tyson down like that. I don't know why Mike Tyson will make a comment about Tank like that because I thought that Tank was Mike Tyson's favorite fighter, man. So I don't know what that's about.
But if you had to take a stab in the dark, would Tank finish his career with a better career than Mike or no?
That remains to be seen because one of the callers said that when Mike Tyson fought guys that pushed back, he crumbled. We don't know if that's going to happen with Tank yet because he hasn't really fought an elite level guys that push back. We don't know what's going to happen if Ryan can push back, if Devin Haney, Shakur, T.O., Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, when those guys push back, we're going to see. And Tank is giving me a little bit of a bully type of vibe. And I say that because, you know, the weight clause situations with a guy that prospects think they can beat. I was in the gym talking to guys that's 5-0. They talk about they think they could beat Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, everybody
Keyshawn
says
Davis,
they could beat Ryan. Keyshawn thinks he could beat Ryan. Tiger Johnson thinks he could beat Ryan. You know, everybody thinks they could beat Ryan. The thing is, can you do it?
Yeah, you're right. But none of these young pups are talking about fighting the other guys I mentioned They give those guys a lot of respect. They was
I
talking
mean,
about how
Keyshawn definitely
all these other
wants
guys
to
are
smoke
special.
with Devin for sure. Keyshawn wants to smoke with Devin.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Keyshawn knows that Devin Haney is a special fighter. He knows
I
that.
mean,
all those guys are
not
special.
calling them light skin and I'm in your city and Keyshawn talking greasy.
That's
Y'all
bravado.
just
At the end
don't
of the day,
follow him
skills-
the way I do, but I see the
Skills recognize
subliminals.
skills at the end of the day, man. Yeah, skills recognize skills at the end of the day. But back to Mike Tyson. If Gervonta Davis could actually fight, quote unquote, what you like to say, nemesis, if he fights and beats his nemesis, he has a chance of having a better career than Tyson because Gervonta is a fighter that can move up and down weight classes. That's something that Mike Tyson didn't do. So Gervonta does have the opportunity to surpass.
What about
Mike
this,
Tyson
David? I got some people
Yeah.
in the chat saying Tank is almost 30 because they trying to lie on Tank. He only 28. And they saying he's almost 30 and Mike was a legend by 30. Was Mike a legend already at 30 years old? Because I'm not a historian.
Mike was a legend at 19,
I
but
don't
David,
know.
tell him why.
Mike was undisputed at 20 years old, and Mike Tyson's undisputed was undisputed where he took it from champion after champion after champion after champion. That's rare. The only fighter that did that today was, besides Charlo, was Josh Taylor. So Mike Tyson did
Well,
that
I mean,
at 20 years old.
don't forget, Earl is in that route. He's taking the belt from each champion.
He's got one out there.
Yeah,
He don't
he's
count
doing it,
this.
but I'm talking about guys.
No, I
that
said
did
he's
it.
on that route.
Mike Tyson did it. Mike Tyson did it at 20 years old. Mike Tyson is the type of fighter that's a once in a generation type of fighter. And Gervonta Davis might be a once in a generation also, but he still has unfinished business, bro. There's nemesis that he didn't fight.
Bro,
he never fought.
I'm not going to no
he
more
never fought
callers.
Kevin
I just
Farmer.
want y'all to know I'm gonna talk to David for a while since y'all acting stingy. This already my second live. I barely got 50 thumbs up. You know what I mean?
You breaking up, bro.
I said that I'm not
Your
going
audio's
to
bad.
I'm not going to any other callers other than yourself until we get some thumbs up. They acting stingy. There's only 50 thumbs up.
They don't like you in Vegas. They like you in Florida. They fronting on you, bro.
Nah, it's crazy. It's only 50
Yo, I mean,
thumbs
what's
up.
up, man?
Not even
Dave,
one super
what's good?
chat. Like, what's going on? Where's the love and the engagement, man?
Yo, I mean, my bad, bro. I've been super busy, man. I swear I've been mad busy. Yo, Ness, I would like to be on your panel one day too. Me and I chop it up a couple times.
When you get that mic right,
I'm going to Jersey today.
When you get that
I
mic
know, right now
situation
I'm
for
not-
your
yeah.
channel right, I'll be more than happy to bring you on, bro. I do it all the time. Shout
Thank
out to
you, man.
Amin and Championship Browns, who's on with us. We haven't figured out his camera situation. I thought we did. I just had Danny on virtually in the last show. I don't know why it's not working for you, I mean. Because Danny didn't come to studio.
Yo, I mean,
He
I'm
stood
going to
at his
Jersey
spot.
today. I mean,
Yo, but I just want to
you heard what I
reiterate
mean?
that point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm going to Jersey to catch the fight out there at my cousin's crib before he goes back to Puerto Rico. He's out in West New York, so I'm gonna go out there for a little fight party. Before I go there, I'm gonna go pregame in Guttenberg at this spot called Rumba Cubana before I go to my cousin's crib.
Okay. Shout out to Hudson County.
Dave, man, thanks
You
for
already
calling
know.
in. I got a couple of people hit that thumbs up. I'm still waiting for some more so we could go ahead and get the more phone calls. If you want to call in, the number's above this nice ball head, 1425-569-5241. Press 1. We got Rue in the 504. I see you, but have you pressed the thumbs up on the YouTube video right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where we need that support. And when you hit that thumbs up, don't forget, we actually also need you to hit the subscribe button so that we can get to our next goal of 167,000. But I mean, man, what's up? Being from New Jersey, what did you think of Zay Quinn? Did you get to catch the fight with amateur standout, Kermel Moulton?
No, but I was aware that's Shakur's cousin, I believe.
Yes.
And him and Pop Moses, they had a lot of fighters participating this weekend. Shout out to True Warrior Boxing in Patterson, okay? Yeah, man, it was a lot. I didn't catch it, man, but did we get an outcome? Because I know both these guys are highly touted, and Moulton more so than my Jersey brethren.
Nah, we definitely got an outcome. Zay Quinn won that, so he's got to be feeling amazing right now. Because Carmel is definitely one of the best, if not the best amateur in the world. But I got VA Money sends a $5 super chat. He says, "Screw wins. We want fights. Mike fought guys. Tank just talk." How do you feel about that? Yeah, Mike has his losses, but he fought the people we wanted to see him fight.
Yeah. And not only that, the most important point was, and I'm glad Dave, shout out for callers like David Maldonado that study the history and they're not so caught up on the recency bias. By 20 years old, was it? Mike Tyson was the undisputed champ by collecting the belts. Let that linger in your minds when people are saying he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Let that linger. That absolutely means everything. And, now some people would say he fought those fights against the guys we wanted him to see because he had to. I mean, whatever the motivation was, he still did it because we have fighters that they can't find the motivation. Where's your motivation to fight your nemesis? All right. And, the thing with Evander and Mike was waiting a while for Evander to move up. As history tells it, Evander was waiting. He didn't want to move up because he didn't want to deal with Mike. And then we all know what the legend or the issues was with Evander's ascension and how he was able to sustain at heavyweight. But, that fight was still made. Okay, Lennox Lewis, that fight was still made. But in between, and it was heavyweights that people was thinking was the goods, right? The Frank, salute to the UK, but the Frank Brunos of the world. Salute to the Donovan Razor Ruddocks. Mike Tyson fought him twice. Won by decision the first time, then stopped him in the 8th round the second time. That was an important fight to me because Razor Ruddock is Jamaican. I got a beating. My pops whooped my ass because I chose Mike Tyson over the Jamaican. That's how hard I am about this boxing shit. So y'all motherfuckers pay attention. Pardon me.
Yeah, man, I wish we could get on camera. He is there. I get to see him. Y'all don't, but the passion is definitely being heard. We going out to Jesse. What's going on? If you want to keep these callers coming through, you need to keep these thumbs up coming through, or we going to slow it right back down. Jesse Swift in Las Vegas, what up?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first of all, can you cut that Jesse off? It's just J Swift. That's my pseudonym. That's what I write up under.
All right.
All right. And second of all, after all this Benavides stuff, me and you got to play some chess. Because I heard you when you say you play speed chess.
Yes.
I play speed chess. 5 minutes. I got clock and pieces. And we have a chess club that gets together every Tuesday.
DM me. I could just play you online, bro. Chess.com. Simple.
No, you can't play. Oh, I play chess.com online. What's your name online?
That's GTO.
SGTO.
NESGTO.
Oh, NESGTO.
Mm-hmm.
Or okay, but anyway, when we start talking about Mike Tyson, first of all, I'm a boxing fan all the way back from when Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay. That's how old I am. When we start talking about Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight ever to win a belt at 19. And then he went on to accumulate all the other belts. Mike Tyson was also had the most first round knockouts ever. And the fastest knockouts. He knocked people out in 15 seconds and 35 seconds of the first round. So when you start talking about Mike Tyson, you're talking about a phenomenon. He was a phenom. Gervonta, and I'm a fan of Gervonta Davis. I'm a fan of Shakur Stevens. They're from the East Coast. I'm from Dykeman. But Gervonta, his skill is good. I like the way he fights and everything, but when you compare him to Mike Tyson, the only thing you can say is, well, he uses he's shorter and he knocks fighters out. He's what 25-0. He got 23 knockouts. Okay, but when you start talking about Mike Tyson, he beat the very best in the heavyweight division. That's the best in boxing ever. Like the heavyweight division, nobody that's not in the heavyweight division except for Evander Holyfield and Michael Spinks. Nobody ever stood tall in the heavyweight division. But even those guys lost to Mike Tyson. Until Mike got with Don King, then everything went wrong. But when he was with Customato and Clayton and all those his original camp, there was nobody that could touch Mike Tyson. And if you look at it, in the amateurs, Mike Tyson was knocking grown men out with headgear on at 15 years old. So when you start talking about skills,
so you saying Tank is wrong. He don't got more skills than Tyson.
He's got a lot of skills, but he does not have more skills than Mike Tyson. No,
I agree with that.
He does not. And don't get me wrong. I got mad love for Gervonta. I got mad love for him. I like him as a person. Well, as a boxer, I don't know.
That is the bell, Jesse. Got to get it done in 3. You got to be more Mike and more Gervonta and get that stoppage early. But I think I heard Mike jump on. What's going on, champ?
What's going on, people? How you living?
I'm good.
Shocking this morning, right? Camille lost. That was crazy.
Yeah. You got your camera off, just so I know, because I'm having camera issues with. We can't.
No, my camera on, big dog.
Yours is
I
on.
see Mike, but we don't see
Yeah.
on YouTube.
I see Ness though.
I'm jumping out. Let me see something, man. I hate that. I want to get this shit right.
Yo, and let me talk to the chat right quick, man. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody said you comparing careers and skills and not careers. Listen, that's for hipsters, man. Of course we're comparing the skills. Don't you guys understand that your credibility can get you in places your money can't? The skills pay the bills.
Absolutely.
So that's why we're comparing it, man. Like, what are you guys talking about? What are we going to do? Like, yo, the skills, because when we start talking about money, it's not even a discussion. Mike went broke and got rich again. Come on,
you feel me?
Like,
yeah, Mike had about 300 million. Mike had about 300 million, goddamn, and lost all that shit and reinvented himself. And now everybody quoting what Mike say. But I agree with you. I mean, like what you said earlier, like the way Mike Tyson came into the game with the bobbing and weaving, with the side step. Like we see Lomachenko use some of that side shit now. And Tyson, he was the first guy that I really seen like as a big star that had that sideways, here. And then he had that fucking hook, and he know how to land a hook on a 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guy.
Uppercut.
I ain't seen Gervonta do that. You know what I'm saying? I know he beat Leo Santa Cruz, but they pretty much like the same kind of height. Gervonta might be an inch or two shorter. Mike was giving up 5-6 inches like every fight damn near. So
lumberjack.
Yeah, so to say that Gervonta is more skilled, I can't agree with that, but I can see where Gervonta is coming from because, like you said earlier, Gervonta takes a little while, he downloads information, and then he goes in for the kill. Mike, when it came to Mike, you had to adjust to him. He wasn't adjusting shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And I just don't know if Gervonta is more skilled at this moment. Now, he has a long career in front of him, and if he don't lose the big fights like Mike did to Lennox Lewis, to Evander Holyfield, to Buster Douglas, then people might say that he was more skilled. But right now, it's too early. It's too early for me.
Nah, man, I think that's kind of the sentiment of a lot of people. But we got a couple of callers. I got Rob in North Carolina. Have you hit the thumbs up button? Because we going to slow these callers down, man. I got Mike and Amin here, man. We'll talk all day if y'all ain't hitting this thumbs up. Rob, what up?
Yeah, what's going on, Ness?
What up?
Hey, look, This is not even close to me. I don't even know. It's like I don't even know why I even comparing him to Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson is part of the three Mikes of the '90s. Like you have Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and Mike Tyson. Man, it's just a whole nother level. Like when you talking star power, you talking pay per view, talking the Prodigy, the youngest heavyweight champion in the world. Like going through weight classes mean nothing. When you a heavyweight, you fighting the biggest on the planet. So it don't so him going through weight classes mean nothing. Mike is like just to me, I don't even think it's close. And even when you look at skills, the way Mike was knocking these big dudes out, like his head movement. Look at the head movement Mike had. It was ridiculous. Like he stayed off that line, man. It was man. I think skill wise, career wise, I don't even think it's comparable to be honest. Like I think Gervonta is fighting a whole nother game, and like even out of all of the young dudes in his weight class now that's looked at as the best, he's the oldest. But I don't feel like he accomplished. I feel like shit. I feel like Haney might have accomplished more than Davis at this point. You feel me? Like, and he the oldest, so like, I don't think it's a comparison. I think Tank. I don't know why he took it the way he took it. Like, just be Tank. Like it probably ain't nobody gonna be Mike. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't no slight to be like, oh nah, I was like, cause Mike said you ain't him. Like, there ain't nobody Mike. Who's like, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is Mike?
But
Like, you can't be Mike Tyson.
There is a slight though. He was like the only thing that we got in common is jail time, and I was like, bro, he ain't never served no jail time like you have. Like he ain't been arrested.
And Mike ain't arrested. I mean, Tank ain't never been arrested for what Mike. Like we just ignore what Mike did and went through, but like Tank ain't been arrested for no motherfucking rape.
Let's be clear though. Mike
I
said
know, even look where
trouble
Mike came
outside
from.
of the ring. He didn't say jail. He said the only thing we have in common is trouble outside of the ring or
But
incidents
it's a
outside the
different
ring.
level of trouble though, dog. Ain't it like our trouble not like
And
not like
even then,
Hey,
Mike
look,
better
Mike
than him
is
because
even
Mike had
another level.
gonorrhea and knocked the nigga out.
He even another level with trouble. Like what they say, he got arrested like 40 something times. By the time he was like 12 or something. Like even like his whole upbringing, I don't think it's comparable. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just was a different time, a different era, and it's a whole. He's a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Like I think with Tank feeling slighted, maybe he just think more of himself than you know what I'm saying. Like Mike is the legend. Like that name is up there with man, probably some of the most famous names in history. Like who don't know Mike Tyson? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a whole nother level. Like and skill wise, man, if you look at Mike in his prime and you look at Tank right now, you tell me. You tell me. You can look at training videos, what he did in the ring, whatever. Mike was a whole nother level, man.
So
I
just
think,
to be clear,
man,
Mike's exact quote is, "I don't know, maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no." So he does say police, jail, law, whatever y'all did think he didn't say. He does say. But that is the bell, Rob. Thanks for calling in.
Right.
We gonna
bro,
go to Rob.
like you'll see them clips online of Mike training with Customato. Like that shit is like some of the best like training footage that I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
Word. I got Ryan Baltimore.
Yo, all right. Look, I'm making it quick. Tyson perfected the peekaboo style. What style did Gervonta perfect? What that didn't tell you who got the more skills right there. You feel what I'm saying? Only knock on Tyson is that he lost to two of the best names on his resume. So, and I mean, it's just hard to Tyson's a heavyweight, Gervonta is a lightweight. So, I mean, but Gervonta taking it way out of context with that. Like, he mad emo for that, like, getting really upset, like, I mean, or responding like that to what Tyson said. I mean, you know, it was true. Both of them had run-ins with the law. So, you know what I mean? If I was Gervonta, I'd have just laughed like, yeah, he is right about that. Feel what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't have been no emotional. Well, I got more skills than you, this and that and the third. Like, nah, I mean, Gervonta resume ain't even, and Tyson resume ain't all that or whatever. But far as skills, I mean, I'll go with Tyson. I mean, I'm not saying that's just because my favorite fighter, but you feel what I'm saying? Like, Gervonta resume ain't nowhere near. And like I said, Mike Tyson's resume ain't the best, but it's better than Gervonta though. So again, and he perfected his style. Gervonta no handle style. So y'all have a great weekend, gentlemen.
Yeah, but it's also like something to say about how you adjust like your skill. If we being honest, like we didn't really see Mike adjust like anything, like as the fight went later and later and later. We seen Gervonta Davis, you know what I'm saying, change up his style or change up in mid-fight and like get the knockout. So like with that being said, I mean, I can see what Gervonta was talking about.
All right. Well, I got Mike on camera, so we going to get it done little by little, man. It's going to happen. Sooner or later, we'll get Amin on here. We figuring it out one step at a time. Looks like we got to head on out to California in the 3-2-3. Who we got? In the meantime, in between time, we got to get the Big C on Twitter Spaces. What up?
What's going on, Big C? Yo, we got 408 watching and 180 thumbs up. So please take time out and smash that thumbs up button. It costs you nothing. It's absolutely free.
We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Big C, you there?
C, what up?
You got to unmute. You got your button mute. Mic mute.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's good?
What's good? But yeah, these guys are ludicrous. I tweeted out, I call them tank casuals. Ain't no way the guy's compared to Mike Tyson. He ain't nothing but if he's a baby Mike Tyson, but still he don't have the skill. The guy, I was just noticing, I don't see nobody talking about it. He has the dip for them knockouts. He had the, dip to generate power, which I think gonna cause him a problem in the future, especially against Garcia. You got to have short and crisp punches. Just like Terrence Crawford did to the guy he just fought. You got to be short and crisp to have skills. You don't have skill when you got to loop and you got to wind and bend all the way from your hip up like the Canelo shot. That's the Mike Tyson shot. That's what Canelo got it from. And now Tank is trying to do it. But you see what happened to Canelo when he faced a real boxer like Bevel. You won't have time to do that. And then on top of that, Tank ain't fought nobody. He fought Cruz. He threw that uppercut all fight from the hip down, trying to generate all the power. And all Cruz did was blocked it and was steady hitting them with short stuff. This guy overrated. All this because little baby, him, Floyd pumping him at first. With the Ariana girl, he got with her, the Ariana G Herbo baby mama. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff been a hype stuff. Imagine if Mike Tyson had the social media era we have now.
Right.
You have more clowns out here. Like, let's be for real, man. Look at the guy fight. Look what
Mike would have got canceled.
Like y'all say. You say what?
Mike would have got canceled if he came up in this time.
You right. You right. But look at Tank. Look at him, got the skill. He moves side to side. Every punch he throw, he don't throw nothing short and crisp. Everything he throws looping, lunging, or the uppercut, he got to dip all the way down to throw it.
I don't know about that, man. I've seen what you're talking about, but he don't dip on every big shot now. Like that uppercut he caught Leo with, it wasn't no dip. It was a straight up bang.
Yeah, but I'm saying with that one, but I'm talking about like Leo. But I'm talking about Leo threw like 3 straight punches. Okay, that was a given, just like Rolly did. You know what I'm saying? Them punches just was a given. But I'm saying most of the time, like when he fight like a little bit of competition, like Cruz. Like I'm looking at the little thing on, they showing him hitting the bag. He looking like Sean Porter. Like he looked like with them short alligator arms, like his muscle mass is going to his shoulders. This guy ain't gonna last long.
And I'm glad you brought up Cruz.
Let's be for real.
Let's be real though. He fought Cruz and broke his hand and still finished the fight and won. That takes some level of skill.
In the 11th round. in the 11th round. And who to say Cruz that guy?
Shit, way out talking and shit. He is that guy.
Word. Big C, thanks for calling in. We're gonna go ahead and get to a new caller in LA. Who's this? 323.
What up? What up? What up? What's up, guys? Good morning.
Good morning. What's your
So
name,
I'm
brother?
listening to all these callers.
What's your name, big
My
guy?
name
What's
is
your name?
Hugo. Hugo Rodas. This is Ghost Coast Spearfishing.
Hugo, what's up?
What part of California?
Rodas. Yeah. This repping Koreatown, K-Town.
Okay. Salute.
Central Los Angeles. Yeah, man. It's my first time calling in. Been listening since you guys had 129,000 subscribers about 2 years ago. Super excited for tonight's fight. Well, everyone, let me go back real quick. I've been listening to all the callers. I've been listening to everyone making their points. Everyone's got some amazing points. I'm learning a lot about Mike Tyson and his history. I just got into boxing really hardcore 2 years ago. So I've been learning so much through TBV. So I really appreciate that. Anyway, just to cut to the chase, think about the role that social media plays in this whole situation, this whole dynamic between Mike Tyson and Gervonta Tank Davis. We had very limited information about the fighters, Mike Tyson's life. Everything that we got back then was from the news cycle. We didn't get, of course, I was a little kid when Mike was shit, but everything we knew was just through the news. Now we have just so much more insight about their lives. Now we have so much more insight about the lives of the fighters, their opponents, everyone that they're fighting with. We hear details about all these stipulations. Maybe you did back then, but I feel like now we have so much more information, and so it's such a huge conversation to have, such a big conversation to have when you really consider the details. I mean, the intergenerational differences between both fighters. So, yes, you can compare their resumes, but at the same time, we get to hear more information about the opponents that Tank Davis is fighting compared to the opponents that Mike Tyson was fighting back then. We get to hear more about the life that Tank Davis is leading than the life that Mike Tyson used to lead back then, because it's the age of communication. So I think that's going to play a huge role. And also, too, my last point is, think about it. Mike Tyson is it's a different generation. Do you think maybe if Tank wasn't wearing purses, wasn't wearing drop earrings, do you think maybe Mike Tyson would want to associate more or relate more to Tank Davis?
I don't think them purses got nothing to do with
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, man. Fashion is fashion for some people.
Yeah, like in 2023, you see a lot of men with clutches, with man bags and all kind of shit. So it's just not for me, but I see where it comes from, because it originally it was like a European thing. I remember back in the day when I was watching Chris Eubank Sr. He had a clutch. He had one of them pocketbooks.
Wow.
Yeah, I grew up in Hollywood, in Koreatown, Hollywood, so I'm kind of used to it. But every time I talk to old heads, they always bring that same shit up. It's like those intergenerational differences regarding fashion, and so it just makes me ask the question. But anyway, I would love to hear you guys talk about how social media plays a whole role between these two different generations, if you guys are interested in that. So
Hugo.
Anyway, great show. Thank you so much for taking my call. What's up?
Just wanted to say thank you for calling in, brother. We appreciate you participating, and we hope that you continue to call in. We got you down, and we will address you by name. I got Malcolm Flex, $5 super chat. He says, Zaquin's defense was clean. It'll be dope if y'all did more content in the amateur scene, maybe a once-a-week show so we can grow with these future pros. Now, that was fun, man.
The young man put his name on a map today, bro. Zaquin, he gonna be somebody everybody looking at now, for real.
Yeah.
I never heard of him. I didn't know Shakur had a cousin that was boxing.
Yeah, I got lucky to watch him spar, bro, in Houston, and I feel happy that I didn't need this fight to see the skill. I had DM'd him, once I seen him spar, I'm like, yo, thanks for letting me watch you spar. And like, yo, you are gifted. And
Yes,
sure enough, I didn't never think he was going to fight Carmel, let alone beat him. And that shows his skill that he beat him. I got Rider of the Storm.
Like he was that guy.
Yeah. No, Carmel is that guy. Win or lose, win or loss. He that
I'm
guy.
just saying, like, he built his name off of somebody. Like, everybody thought he was that guy. How many folks thought Carmel was going to lose today?
Nobody probably. I mean, obviously the Shakur team, because they just sparred Carmel too. Shakur sparred Carmel out here. I got Rider of the Storm, $5 super chat. Tank has the skills, but fighting smaller fighters, D-level fighters, for the last 6 years has hindered his skill growth. I got 619 Cali Factor, $5 super chat. He says, if we're talking bobbing and weaving skills, Tyson is better. But if we're talking as a skilled boxer, then Tank is better. And that is kind of what we are underrating. Like, we are giving Tyson a lot of accomplishments. Credit for his accomplishments, but we're forgetting that Tank is a boxer. And Mike couldn't box. Mike would get the job done with destruction. Yeah, he had a jab. Yeah, he had head movement, but he wasn't a boxer that could get on his toes and use the ring, especially not when he needed to versus some of these guys that would definitely, put in some pressure on him.
Mike fought Mexican style. Like he came in trying to
he tried to take you out.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to got them to go 12 rounds. Like that's something he wasn't trying to do.
Teddy B, what up?
What's going on, Teddy B? Midwest Sports Talk. What's good, homie?
Y'all can hear me?
Perfect.
All right. So I don't think we can compare Gervonta and Tank as boxers because heavyweight is like a different sport almost. Like Mike was 5'10", 220, going up against dudes that outweighed and out-heighted him by 7 inches, 6 inches, 60 pounds, 40 pounds. Like, so it's kind of you can't really compare the two skill wise. But if I'm going to compare the two skill wise, I don't think it's not 1-to-1, but I think they're pretty equal. Like, I think they're pretty equal in skill wise. Like, they just do different things. So like, it's a difference. Like, yeah, Tank can move around, but Mike never had the opportunity because he wasn't going to get somebody of equal size. Like, when did he have a chance to be the non-aggressor? He had to always be the aggressor because he was always the small guy in the ring. So it's just different. Like, do I think if Mike, because Mike's jab was amazing. Like I watched him against Carter Truth Williams, I think it was. He out-jabbed him, and dude was 6'6". How you out-jab a dude that's 6'6", you 5'10"? So, like, it's just different.
A lot of that had to do with the fear factor, man. People were scared of Mike before they got in the ring. But, Tank ain't been in the ring with the level of opposition Mike has, but I feel like Tank is a better boxer. Like, we ain't going to see Mike pivot the way that Tank was pivoting and do the shit Tank be doing in the ring. But
we never seen Tank do the bobbing and weaving on a good opponent like Mike did too, and really get inside and not lose rounds. Like, Tank needs to lose rounds to do that. Mike didn't need to lose rounds to build up points and get knockouts. So it's different. Like, that's why I say they're pretty equal in, like, skill wise. It's just different. So it's what you prefer. Like, I know Ness, you prefer a guy off the back foot. So if you see that, you're gonna automatically think like, okay, that guy is more skilled. But Mike was doing that. Mike was doing some of those things that Tank does on the back foot, on the front foot. So how does that make him more skilled because he can do it on the back foot and Mike can do it on the front foot?
I mean, because when Mike had to do it on the back foot, he couldn't. We all know Tank could come forward. He showed you that in the Leo fight.
But what fight did Mike have to be on the back foot?
What?
That's the thing. He was
versus Lennox. Versus Lennox versus Evander. They was whooping his ass. Bro, I'm talking about. Listen to me. I'm talking about once the fight started, and you see they whooping your ass. You got to change it up. He never changed it up. He never got on his toes. He never tried to box from the outside. He just kept trying the same shit. That's why frustration kicked in. You can't see that. It's okay.
Ness, how you going to get on the back foot with a guy that has a 10-inch reach advantage on you?
Bruh, you can't be on the front foot, but that's your bell. That's your bell. And why can't you be on the back foot periodically and dart in back and forth? But Real quick.
Like, name me a 5'10" dude that's on the back foot that's gonna do some damage to a dude that's 6'4", 6'5". Dang, it like physics.
Bruh, but listen, if you at least on the back foot with a 6'4" dude, you creating some distance. Now at least you could get low and dart in to the body, but trying to just be on the inside, trying to just always go forward, that says you a boxer. That means that just don't make sense.
I think in that fight. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just saying, like, that's what Tyson had to do. Like, he couldn't.
That's where I was going with it.
Again, he had to do that because he wasn't a boxer. Tank is small. He don't got to do nothing but except knock you the fuck out because he could do it from the front or the back.
Well, you know something? It's funny you say that because we're going to see what Ryan does. You know, a taller fighter, a presumable reach advantage, right? Somebody that now is Tank going to want to fight off the back foot? Maybe he is and try to lull, Ryan into something.
Yo, wow, it's so many people mad that I'm not saying Tyson is more talented.
No, it's like you're just like omitting that he's giving up 5-6 inches. Like
so is Tank.
Tank ain't giving up no damn 5 inches, bro. Come on,
bruh. Tank small as hell. Tank small as hell. How many inches he gave up versus Barrios?
Damn. Barrios, what?
5 inches, maybe?
5-6 inches. Listen, real quick though. Let me table the conversation. Let me get to this unboxing. It's a quick package I got here from Boxing Fan Apparel. Shout out to Enrique Church. I just want to open it. He wanted me to open it live, so we're gonna see what this is. Okay.
What's going on, Enrique?
We got two packages here. One for me and Danny. So let me see. Okay, I needed some shirts. Oh, this looks nice. Okay. Oh, shit. Perfect timing. Yo, I'm a G. Perfect timing because he ain't tell me what it was. And we talking Tank, and now look, you got Tank right there. This is an Enrique Church. You know this in Enrique Church. It's heavy, too. I got to wear this before the summer kick in Vegas because this a heavy white tee. This ain't no regular white tee. This that Kanye type shit. You see the thick?
That ain't that Earl?
You see the thick? No, this ain't the Earl. The Earl Gildan. This ain't no Gildan. This ain't even, look, this ain't even got no name. That's how expensive it is. Then it got the thick collar. I'm not really into thick collars. Danny's into thick collars. This clearly an oversized tee. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Enrique went all out. Shout out to Boxing Fan Apparel. These are fire. He did one-on-ones, man. That's dope. Look.
With that Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan. Yeah, give me that Ryan one.
Yeah, that look nice. Look at Ryan right there. Damn. So now I gotta go to the fight with Danny wear the Tank and he wear the Ryan and shit.
No. I thought Danny was a Tank fan.
He is, but that's the whole point. Make him wear the Ryan one. Because he got us hot with Ryan. We was at Blue Wire. Ryan was like, oh, what up? Nah, I'm out. Kept moving on us. But shout out to Boxing Fan Apparel. Definitely check them out at boxingfanapparel.com or hit up Enrique Church at, what is he, Fight Talk? He's on Fight Talk on Instagram. But we're going to keep these, on Twitter.
On Casual TV Fair on Twitter, I believe.
I'm going out.
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. Those headphones look dope, bro. The
Kenichi Bears.
Yeah, them bitches look dope.
Hey, mic check.
1 2 1 2. What up, numbers?
What's good with you, Ness? Man, I honestly think we could have had a better topic, seeing as this fight night. You feel me? There was that little scuffle at the weigh-in. Like, I just think it goes to show how delusional Davis is. I was just listening to the callers and their opinions, and I think if we were to take both of their skills, right, their movements, and you were to put them in like some generic 154 pounds, I think the more skilled fighter would be Davis, right? If you were to just take the skills and movement out. But in terms of overall fighter, like now back to their respective bodies, I think Mike has done more. You know, it's a different game plan. It's a different opponents that they've fought, right? Like if Davis was doing that at 140, like beating up bigger dudes on a consistent basis, then I think, Davis.
But why he got to do it at 140? 3 divisions isn't enough? He started at 26. He won a belt at 30 and 35 and 40, and now he's campaigning at 35. That's still three divisions.
I only say 140 because Tyson did it against way bigger opponents. You know what I mean? Like
I
if
mean,
you
I
fight
don't know.
someone of equal size,
We want him to fight at 40, but let's be real. The smoke is at 35. If he was at 40, we'd be saying he's avoiding the smoke at 35.
no, I'm just saying if he was like to start bodying bigger dudes on a more consistent basis, then the comparison with Tyson might make more sense. But I mean, it just seems like a casual topic, in my opinion. I think Mike went way out the line, like comparing his legal problems to Davis's legal problems. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like we as boxing fans do so much more to turn people off and away from the sport than we do to engage them and bring them in. You feel me? Because like if you just look at what UFC does, everybody's hyped up. I don't watch that shit, right? But like everybody's hyped up, speaking positive. Oh, this is the biggest fight ever, and it brings this positive vibe to it. Like Mike got to go do that, bro. Like we can't focus on, and maybe it's because it's on Showtime. I don't know, but we can't focus on Caleb and Benavidez. We can't focus that they got 1 point.
Well,
I think
we
1.3
got
million
we
views.
got a scheduled show at 6:00. We're gonna be doing a live fight chat for the whole card, so we'll be live talking David Benavidez for about 4 hours for the whole card at 6:00 at a Hardin, largest dispensary here in Las Vegas. Danny and Bo will be at the fight getting firsthand footage, and I'll be in studio with Madison, and we're gonna be doing a live fight chat. So yeah, we're covering it from all angles over here.
Des, real quick, did you see Inoue's X-ray scan?
No, bro. No. But I heard his
man,
hand is injured, and it's not that serious. So they said the fight's in July now.
Yeah. No, his X-ray scan, his like pinky and his ring finger. All right, I'm out.
All right. Yeah, no, I seen that. They're basically saying, he's okay, and he should be back by, I think, July. Did you guys see those reports?
Yeah, I think June or July. I just want to say, man, like y'all gotta quit with all the conspiracy theories, man. A new way ain't ducking no smoke, bro. If he say he injured, nigga, he injured. You know what I'm saying? I don't that little dude.
Well, I like that people are keeping the same energy because they questioned Harrison, they questioned Charlo, they questioned Castaño. So yeah, the president questioned Charlo. So like, we got to keep the same energy and question everybody. Some people go as far as say, let me see proof. Some people post X-rays. So, hey, let's keep that same energy going so that we always got proof, so that we always got fighters showing us they really injured and they ain't getting out of a fight because they not, because you don't got to be afraid, Mike, but you could feel like you ain't got enough time. You could feel like you ain't gonna be 100%. You need a couple more weeks. So
we seen him, like Josh Taylor pull out of his fight with Catterall, and now you fighting Teofimo Lopez. So it happens.
Oh yeah, that certainly happens. I got Cliff in Connecticut. What up?
Yo, what up?
I mean, we finally see you, by the way.
Hear me over there?
Yeah.
You see me?
No, not you, Cliff.
You see me?
I'm about to say, what, we video chatting on this month? Nah, but yeah, I feel like this is an easy question, and everybody is taking it out of context. The key word is skill. Davis is clearly more skilled than Tyson. Tyson is a one-trick pony. Yeah, Tyson might have a better resume. He might be a better, like, overall higher-ranking all-time boxer. But skill is clearly Davis. Like, this dude one-trick pony. He gonna knock you out, and that's it. You never seen him change the way he fights. You see Tank download information, getting on his bike. Now I'm saying, like, put it like this. Think of it like this. If you took away the knockout power from each fighter, who would have been more successful? Because do y'all know what skills mean? Skills is just like what kind of bag you got. Tyson don't have a bag. He is just dominant, like the most dominant fighter ever. Almost like Shaq is the most dominant basketball player. But he can't dribble. He can't take it to the three-point line or mid-range. But he'll bang with you down low, and you can't stop it. That's like a way to compare Mike Tyson. He gonna knock you the fuck out. But Tank got way more in his bag. way more ways to beat you. And y'all like looking at saying dumb shit like, oh, the social media era, you exposure or other shit like I just heard a lot of dumb shit that don't even got nothing to do with skill. And when you look at skill for skill, Tank is a more skillful boxer. That's just it. What y'all think?
I'm with you, champ, but they ain't with us, man. They calling me stupid in the chat for thinking the Tank got more skill, man. But I seen that in the Pitbull Cruz fight. I'm with you, Cliff. I'm gonna keep these phones lines moving. Looks like we going out the VA money. What up?
What's going on, VA?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so hey, I just want to talk about in regards to this topic. Uh, whenever you get on the line with like a real boxing fan, the conversation quickly goes to the fights. You know what I mean? So when you talk about Mike Tyson and his skills and stuff like that, he had a high skill level in the 80s when it was focused. Tank Davis, he has a high skill level. But Tank can't say that he has more skills than Mike because Mike fought the guys. He fought everybody we wanted him to see. Did he win? No. Did we care? No. He's still a legend. You know what I mean? He fought the guys. He carried the same energy, the energy that we wanted him to have. He brought it every time, and that's what it was. You know what I mean? He fell, he got back up, and we love him for it. You know, Tank Davis is running around with purses and women's clothes and all kind of weird shit. You know what I mean? All the guys that try to legitimize Tank's resume and his career, talking about Pedraza and Mario Barrios. Hey, listen, Mario Barrios, they say he started off at 122. What championship fight did he have at 130? What championship fight did he have at 135? What championship fighter did he beat at 140? Who did he beat? He didn't beat any fucking body. Mario Barrios is not even the type of guy that you would reference in a conversation like this, right? And we're talking about fighters, and we're comparing fighters. I don't care if we're comparing skills or not, because it's easy for me, like if we're playing basketball, it's easy for me to show up at a middle school and cook up some little kids, cook up somebody that's not supposed to be on the court with me. You know what I'm saying? But when we start talking about fighters, we start comparing fights
you're terrible.
and stuff like that, no, it's all about the fights. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear nothing about Pedraza, who moved up and got his ass whooped, moved up again and getting his ass whooped again. I don't want to hear shit about that. You know what I'm saying? This guy was supposed to be one of the four kings, right? Devin Haney got 4 belts. Teofimo Lopez got a win over Lomachenko, and then now he's going to fight the last undisputed champion of 140. Ryan Garcia is the only guy of those kings that has done nothing. And guess who Tank is fighting out of those 4? You know what I mean? You can't make this shit up. I support those stipulations that Tank put in the contract. But that's all I support, man. Tank is a fucking joke, in my opinion. And all that stuff about I'm gonna fight the guys after I get through Ryan Garcia, to me that's all talk. Because he was talking like that before he fought Pitbull. And I don't think anybody can remember who was the fighter he was supposed to fight before he fought Pitbull. It was another bantamweight. So this is the guy we're all talking about.
Abner Mares.
This is the guy we're all talking about.
But great call, man. Thank you for calling in and getting it off your chest, man. I love when callers are frustrated and they choose, this platform to get it off their chest. It is certainly appreciative.
Was he right? Was he right though?
Was he right? I mean, he's right in his argument. His argument is we can't compare skill, because I like that, especially you as a former basketball player. Like, yo, it's true. I could go to a middle school and dunk on motherfuckers. Can I do that shit at a college D1? You know what I mean? How good am I? I could look good in the park playing with the 8th graders and shit. Can I play with the high schoolers and the motherfucking college kids?
And to that point, if just to say, if you point out, you saw a lot of good boxing skills from Tank in the Cruz fight, and you say, just for argument, if you say, oh yeah, he was doing a lot of catch and counter. Okay, you was catch and countering against a guy that throws overhand punches, and that's what you're supposed to do against that kind of fighter. I think when people discount what Mike is, a particular skill he was great at is parrying. Mike had to parry these much larger guys with their long ass jabs, and so it wasn't just the peekaboo style or the lateral movement. It was also parrying. He was very quick with his hands and very good with his reflexes, knowing how to roll them shots just slightly off his shoulder if he didn't get a chance to parry it in order to cut the distance on these much taller guys.
Real quick, man, we got a whole bunch of super chats from Philippians who sends a $10 super chat, no words, a $5 super chat, no words, and a $2 super chat, no words. I'm going to just go ahead and say, I love the podcast is what he meant to write. We going out to
one more. We got one more, another $10.
Another
no word.
Another $10, man. Shout out to you. Let me go ahead and drop a bomb.
Go ahead.
For all the love, man. We appreciate it for sure. Gotta understand, without those super chats, this show just will not be able to continue. I do it every day, but not because it's a job, man. I fucking really love it, man. I was up early for the amateur fight. You know, I seen the Tank news, and I'm like, damn, I gotta do that before I do the Benavidez. It's just what I like to do, man. I definitely enjoy it. I'm glad with Championship Rounds was able to join me, and obviously Mike Gross, the boss, over on Mike on Sports. Don't forget to follow these guys' YouTube channel. They're on the same journey. We all trying to get to that 1 million subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe to everybody's channel and click that notification bell. He sent another $10 and says, I do love the podcast. So shout out to you, man. We appreciate you.
Real quick, man, shout out to my guy Aaron McKenna for getting a win over in England.
Did he do it by knockout?
No, he got it by a decision.
Thank God, bro. Let me tell you something. I was telling them, oh my God, he's gonna get the stoppage. Then I did more research. I'm like, wait, this is not Aaron. We don't want Aaron. Aaron is the brother. It's Stevie McKenna that's the killer. And we pulled.
Aaron pretty good.
No, Aaron is good. Aaron is good, but he's not a knockout puncher the way that McKenna is, and I mean Steve McKenna is. But Aaron is good. Let me go ahead and cover them. Oh shit, the belt fell. Let me go ahead and cover them Big Fish shirts and put these boxing fan apparel shirts that are fire up there. But I got a couple callers. Let me go to two.
What the hell, Sky Sports not showing the fights? I can't find it on ESPN.
Nah, it's on Pro Box. You talking about the boxer fight? That's boxer anyway. Yeah. Damn, shout out to Philippians again with another $5 super chat. Damn, champ. We love you right back. We got Two-Tone, the superstar. Hell yeah, God bless, man. Amen to you for being able to donate as much. Two-Tone, what it do?
What's good? Happy weekend, guys. This is musty. This is musty energy, and I say that respectfully. I remember a couple months back, 21 Savage said that Nas was irrelevant. And 21 Savage resume is exactly like Gervonta Tank Davis resume. How do I know you have all these skills more than Mike Tyson when you didn't put the stipulations on Ryan Asai Garcia? How do we know? And I say that respectfully. How do I know? Same thing with overrated Eminem. They say Eminem was a great battle rapper. How do I know if you never battled Jay? How do I know you never battled Nas? How do I know?
Whoa.
Respectfully.
I mean, I think he didn't have to battle Jay. Like, I am probably the biggest Jay-Z fan there is, but like, he destroyed Jay-Z on Renegade. Like,
I don't know about destroy.
No, come on, bro.
Ness, if we write down the lyrics,
he deserved to do a whole nother verse with M because that one wasn't up to par compared to M's. Let's stop, man.
Eminem's battle resume is pop stars. Jay-Z's battle resume is Nas. There's not even a comparison in battle resume.
You know why? And you know I'm telling the truth. Motherfuckers never wanted to battle M. They knew not to disrespect him. Anybody could have jumped on his ass and called him a white boy and tried to get at him. But they knew better. You know that shit. That motherfucker GOAT status, man. Man, it wasn't a motherfucker in the game that wanted that smoke with M.
I call that. I call
Come
cap.
on, man. Benzino? Who the fuck is Benzino, man? Y'all tripping right now, man. That motherfucker ain't no
Trash.
rapper.
Benzino is trash.
He no rapper.
Eminem signed his competition. He signed his competition. He signed Joe. He signed Royce.
Man,
he signed Crooked
50
Eye.
Cent,
he signed Joel.
50 Cent could have easily turned his back on M and came at him like he did everybody anytime he wanted to sell records. He fucking knew better. Dudes knew better. They knew better. I can't believe you ain't see that.
He got to prove it. He got to prove it. Just like Gervonta Tank Davis, he has to prove that he has more skills than Mike Tyson. He has to prove it. He just can't say it, prove it. And we're not going to be able to prove it in this next fight because we got the wash stipulations. Maybe, luckily, if he gets past Ryan Garcia, we can see them against Shakur or Devin. We'll see, but he won't get past Ryan. But, yeah, I don't know. It's musty energy. It's musty.
All right, I don't know. Yo, where y'all at? Where y'all at with that Eminem shit? I need to know where y'all at with that Eminem shit.
On the 21 Savage, I don't think 21 said anything that was wrong. If we saying Nas right now is relevant for rapping, then we lying. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas right now, he got more businesses than anything where he making money from. You feel me? Like
yeah, he got to. He got to. Last I checked, he was in the news cycle for having $50,000 a month child support to that girl from the Milkshake song.
Last time I checked, he got a check for about $100 million because he was a co-investor in some upstart that we all heard.
It don't matter. Don't you know that's how child support work? If you make more, all she got to do is request more.
I mean,
better go Google some of Puff Daddy child support, man. Them dudes, they need to stop making money. They giving up so much.
I mean, if you making
look at Kanye. I heard Kanye got to give up like $500,000 a child. That's insane, man. How they doing that to a grown man? Like how does a child need $500,000 a month?
It's the life, man.
Ain't no fucking life. You ain't gotta. There is no life for a child. Listen, I don't care who your mother. Listen, you're not hearing me, bro. I don't care who your mother and your father is. There still isn't enough things to do in 30 days for a child to spend $500,000. Man, get your ass out of here, man.
I'm asking you a question. Are you a billionaire like Kim Kardashian?
You right, Mike.
Do you know what her monthly? I don't like it, but shit, that's what it is.
But that's what you're not getting. Her monthly, whatever you about to say, has nothing to do with a child. It is $500,000 for your child's child support. That don't cover her house. That don't cover mortgage and rent and all cars and none of that. That's for the child. It is impossible for you to spend $500,000 on a child. You tripping right now.
Besides the fact it's not even equitable, she got her own money. Like so, it
don't matter, bro. Like y'all niggas don't understand. Like when it comes to this divorce shit and all this child shit, the woman's gonna get whatever she wants.
And that's fine, Mike. I'm not saying she ain't. What I'm saying is, how can you justify, she could find a way to spend $500,000 on a child per month? Yeah, you know how she gonna spend it on a child per month? Buying designer things, not necessities. There's no 500,000 necessities out there. But anyway, we getting way off the topic.
I know, but real quick, we acting like Kim need his money. She don't. All that money
that's what's worse with this country. That's what's worse with this country, that they know she don't need it and they still trying to you're not even factoring in. I'm talking about $500,000 a month. A month. You talking about every 2 months is $1 million for a fucking toddler. Like you tripping defending that shit.
How am I defending it?
You keep saying you don't understand. Ness, you ever been a billionaire?
Mike getting a cut.
Yeah,
Mike is getting a cut.
He getting
a cut.
Talk bad on his folk.
He the new Hitch, man. He getting a cut of that, and he trying to get Chloe back with whoever the fuck she broke up with. Let me get to Capicu.
Chloe done got bad over the years. For real.
Yeah, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
What up?
Man. First off, I just want to shout out my nephew for winning the 106-pound amateurs today at the Nationals. Ezekiel Suarez. He did his thing today. But yeah, man. I think there's no way in comparing the two. You know, I think Tyson has way more accolades. But you know, it's funny. it's funny. Like if you go down the skill set, like we were talking about earlier, like we saw Tyson try to box and he got his ass beat by Franz Boda. Boda beat the shit out of him the whole fight. If it wasn't for that one punch, he would have lost that fight when he tried to box with Franz Boda. Um, so I could get I get the argument when you say that Gervonta Davis has a little bit more skills, but then compared to what opposition, that's what it really comes down to. And it's like my man said before, then we were talking about it before, like anybody looks good against an eighth grader, um, and I don't feel like Gervonta has fought the proper opposition to actually show us his skill set, So I mean, you're comparing a legend to a peewee in a sense, I mean, yeah, I get he got his titles, but a lot of those titles were given to him, he had a lot of fighters come up from different weight classes to fight him, lower fights, and I think he was given the super champ because besides that, he only held the WBA regular title, if I'm not mistaken. They gave him that super champ when he fought what's his name?
Leo.
Fuck that. Nah, not Leo. The kid before that. The kid before that they took Machado. Machado was
Yeah,
the
you
world.
right. You right. They
Yeah,
took Machado
Machado was the champion, and they stripped Machado and gave it to Tank. They didn't
for
even
no
fight for
reason.
the title.
He didn't lose
Yeah,
or nothing.
for no reason. He ain't lose. He ain't nothing. He had the title. They stripped him and gave Tank that title just because he beat what's his name? And he came up from 126 to fight him at 130. That he was and he fought Cuellar, that's his name, Cuellar. He fought Cuellar, and Cuellar was a 126 pounder. He came up to 120. He came up to 130, and Cuellar was, and they fought for that title. And Cuellar was like, I think he didn't fight like in 2 years before that, if I'm not mistaken. So like again, it's just I feel like with Tank, there's been a lot of gimme, 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 and this has been nothing earned in the sense, I mean, I think the only thing I could say that he fought for was the IBF versus Pedraza. That one I could kind of give because that Pedraza at that time was on his P's and Q's, um, and he got stopped. So I give him that fight. But besides that, everything else, he fought Hugo. Hugo was a 122. Cuellar was a 126. Santa Cruz was a 126, if I'm not mistaken, or 122. Who else? Pitbull was a 122, and I get they're coming up, but these are their natural weights, and then again, it's say again.
Ricardo Nunez too.
Oh yeah, Nunez. Yeah, like these guys are coming up from 22 and 26 to fight a guy at 130, or 35. So again, and it's hard to compare the two because Tyson didn't have the opportunity to go up and down in weight. He fought one weight class and he did what he did in one weight class. So it's hard to compare the two and say that one is better than the other, one has more skill sets because again, Tyson was, and I agree with him being a one trick pony coming forward, knocking, just coming straight for the kill, But again, you have to take in consideration that's what he had to do, and he perfected that, and again, Tyson's skills are different, Tyson did have the pivoting and all that stuff, but he did it on the inside. He'll hit you with a jab, pivot to the right, and then come with a right hook, afterwards. Like it was, and you would think he would be in front of you, and he'll be to the left of you, like kind of what Loma does now. These angles. Tyson has some crazy ass angles that he used versus his opponents that allowed him to have the agility and pretty much the skill set that he had. With Davis is a little bit different. It's more of a boxing. But anyway, that's the bell. Again, shout out to Ezekiel Sars. Congratulations on the 106. Patterson in the house.
Oh, Ezekiel. Oh, that was the fight. That was like a couple fights before. I seen that. I think I seen that.
Yeah, that's my nephew.
All
Ezekiel
right,
Suarez
champ.
trained by.
Congrats, man. Congrats on that. I think I watched that because they said the Carmel fight was gonna start at a certain time, which it didn't, and then
from Patterson though.
Ezekiel.
No, I definitely said Jersey. I think.
Okay.
Definitely, he said Jersey, but
his
Philippians with a $5 super chat says Plant or Benavides. Oh wow, and his avatar is actually a picture of John Jones, which I shouldn't know that, but I do.
Whoa, you know who John Jones is?
Is that John Jones? I'm not sure. Y'all should see it. I screen shared it.
Bro,
Um,
you didn't know who Braun was. You like Braun? Who the hell is Braun?
yeah, I ain't know who the hell they was talking about.
But
I got a
Braun.
couple calls. Looks like we got Phoenix, Arizona in the building. Checkmate boxing. What's up?
What's going on, check break?
What's going on, y'all? Hey, I'm calling because I'm sick of these people calling and talk about what Tank didn't do. Now, the same people who say what Tank didn't do, those are the same people who say Loma was number 9 pound for pound, number 8 pound for pound with a 6-1 record, beating who? Even after a loss. Those are the same people who say Loma was number 1 pound for pound at 9-1 record. Who did he beat? Up note. Come on now. When you compare him to the people in his weight class, Devin's biggest win is what? Kambosos? Kambosos, if you know boxing and you know skills, Kambosos, nobody's going to have Kambosos in a top 5 based on his skill set. Stop it. If people want to discount, Mario Barrios, he went from Tank weighed 129 after he fought Leo Santa Cruz, who's a 4th division 5-time champ from 2012 to 2023, and people want to discount that like that's nothing. Leo Santa Cruz is the only Hall of Famer on any of their records, period. Okay? And so all of a sudden, now Gamboa was the man when Bud beat him, but when Tank beat him, he ain't nothing. Then who fights him right after that? Devin. And who's Devin's biggest win? Stop it. Okay? And who has Brian fought? Nothing but trash cans. People got to stop with this disrespect of Tank because you want to, I don't know what it is. Tank has the skill. He shows the skill. He's done it in every single level. That's the reason why he's the new face of boxing. That's the reason why he's so exciting. That's the reason why he sells out arenas, because people love the fact that he put on a show. He beat Cruz, who's an excellent fighter, who's a top 5 135 with one hand. Outboxed him, okay, with one hand. Okay, so when you want to compare Tank, compare him to his peers. Okay, nobody does that.
I mean, are you going to answer, though? Are you going to answer, or are you just going to defend Tank? Are you going to say that he's more skilled, or because that's what he's saying, that he's more skilled than Mike Tyson?
Than Mike Tyson?
Okay, but he went down and telling about who Tank didn't fight. Oh, they put him in.
Yeah, but forget about that. Don't take it out on the caller. It's Mike that said it, so talk to Mike. Mike is saying the only thing you could compare Tank to me is his criminal background. And Tank is saying, you're right, you can't compare me and you because I was more skilled. Do you agree?
Well, yeah,
all this defending.
Is Tank faster? Is Tank slicker? Absolutely, Tank has better. But you can't really compare a heavyweight to a 135 pounder. They have different skill sets for different reasons.
I mean, well, whatever reporter asked the question did that.
I heard that and I saw that. Mike was being facetious because they had 2 completely different styles.
I mean, how Tank you gonna be facetious? You mean facetious and mean because you ain't need to say what you said.
I did. I was talking to the guy who called in. The last
no, not you.
In,
You're not getting it. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm saying Mike Tyson, right? Like, he didn't have to say what he said, but that was the bell checkmate. You went in circles just defending Tank. That's what you Tank lawyers do, man. I mean, stop defending Tank and instead, like, tell us Mike is wrong. Mike, it wasn't more skilled than Tank. Like, say something like that so that,
He didn't ask the question. Like, he just kept on saying, like, Tank is better than Lomachenko. I'm like, how did Loma name get brought
Yeah, he talking about the same guys that said this about Loma. And it's like, oh, word? How you even know? Because we ain't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? But let me see here. We got some more calls. Looks like Hawk in Maryland. Stand up.
Yo, Ness, TBV, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what's good? What's good, player? How you feeling?
All good.
What's that? That's Mike?
Yes, sir. Mike and Amin rocking out today.
What up, Amin? What up, Amin? What up, Mike? Ross the boss. Hey,
All right. First off, let me just kick that. Man, ain't nobody fucking with Eminem. Period. They know better. Period. Simple as that. He fries everybody.
Man, y'all niggas
Eminem,
tripping.
nobody must.
It's tripping.
And then I must with Eminem, bro. No. He'll fry you on. One time, Eminem called into a radio station and sung LL Cool J's song back to him. LL Cool J he didn't know it was Eminem. He was in total shock how good he sounded. I forgot the song, the verse he hit. But yeah, Eminem is come on, man.
Bro, Eminem bodied
like
Cannabis, who bodied LL. Like, dudes need to get their shit
I don't care
together.
about shit, nigga. Like Eminem is not in my shit. To say he better than T.I., he better than Jay, to say he better than Pac and Biggie, like y'all niggas tripping.
Just telling you the truth, man.
Ain't doing the Pac now, but anyway.
You heard what he did? You heard what he did on the Biggie song?
Nigga, I'll take Drake over him.
Did you hear what he did on the Biggie song? Like on the only verse Big did with M, what happened there? Because y'all keep talking this retarded stuff like y'all ain't heard music before. What did M do to Biggie on his own verse? Somebody tell me.
Ness, don't do that. That big verse was from 94.
Seven different levels, the devil's worshiping horses' heads, human sacrifices, cannibalism, animals having.
Don't do that.
Yo, bro, that boy is a parab. That's why dudes ain't. You know, Jada was a lyricist. He never tried that. He knew better.
Nah, they ain't.
Come on, man. You're going too far, man. Now you saying too much, bro. Like,
I'm just saying, anybody who was a lyricist, they never tried him. They never tried him. They never tried him.
They ain't trying. Ain't nobody trying. Hey, but look on the. Before I forget, Mike Tyson, Tank Davis. First, Tank Davis is a good fighter, and all that. Man, he can't hold a candle to Mike Tyson, bro. I don't even know what this conversation even is about, but since it's up there, no, Tank Davis ain't on Mike Tyson's level, no way, shape, form. He need to be concentrating on Ryan Garcia, because if he loses this fight after all of those stipulations, he can't compare himself to Mike Tyson. They're going to be comparing him to Arturo Gotti or something if he loses to Ryan Garcia after all these stipulations. Now, let me tell you another thing. Mike Tyson, 5'10", weighed 214. Now, I came up with Mike Tyson. I watched all his fights. 214, fighting dudes, 6'6", 6'5", 245, 230, 235 guys outweighed him by 20 pounds, 30 pounds all day long. Mike beat the hell out of him, and he never complained about it, and he never put a contract out for them to come down to a weight close to him. You can't compare Tank Davis to no Mike Tyson, bro. No. And when Mike Tyson had his loss, the one with Buster Douglas, yeah, but all the rest of them, it was when he was already finished. He was already finished. But yeah, no comparison. At all. Tank got a whole lot to do before he can even talk about a Mike Tyson. But that's my call. I think it's total disrespect. He even comparing. I don't even get that. I don't get it. But that's my call.
All right, Hawk, Maryland, man. We appreciate you calling in. We going out to Albany, New York, the big city of dreams. Looks like we got Big Gucci Nick on the line. What up?
Big Gucci, what's going on? I'll take a little one too.
What up, man? Shout out Ness, shout out Mike, the boss. Man, y'all chose a perfect time to put the show on, man. I know you don't usually do Saturday shows, but it's big fight vibes today, man. I can't wait for the fight tonight. I know we talking Tank and Mike Tyson, you know, who's more skilled, but man, dude, this fight is so exciting. I just can't put it aside. But let's stick to the topic, man. Like, yo, I've been watching some recent Mike Tyson reels, and I can't believe how skilled he was, man. Like, he was actually pretty skilled with, like, pivoting and angles and shit, man. And the uppercuts, like, he was a smart fighter, man. He was a real smart fighter. He was gifted with speed and power, and he had that real boxing IQ, man, because, like, he would know how to cut the ring off real good, and his counter punches is amazing, man. Head movement. I think it's two totally different styles to be comparing who's on a different skill level, though. 'Cause Tank, I really like Tank, man. That dude was nice. He's skilled, and he got the same gift Mike Tyson got, man. He's got that speed and power, that knockout power, man. But two different styles. I mean, Gervonta is a southpaw, and he overcoming obstacles too, man. When them dudes, he facing some big dudes too. 'Cause when you at the lower weight divisions, the pounds matter to even more. Each pound is way more significant. You know what I mean? When you get up there, it's mostly a lot of like body weight and stuff. But yeah, man, that's my call, man.
All right, Big Gucci. Appreciate you calling in. Oh my God. He said the game dissed Eminem. What happened? $2 super chat from Two Tone the Superstar. Game, dog, you don't pay attention to Game because he couldn't even get past 50, right? So it's like, how you out here taking shots at somebody else when you couldn't get past 50 Cent, bruh? Like, talk to me, bruh. Like, I'm supposed to pay attention to you when 50 done destroyed Game. Like, come on,
50
fellas.
on what record?
Say what?
50 destroyed the game on what?
Oh, wow. You don't think 50 destroyed Game?
I think Game had a fucking career after he left G Unit.
A career? A career? Like, really? Because I feel like after his first album, he did not good after that. Like, point blank, period.
That was still good at the first one. I like the
I
Red.
mean, his greatest song was written by 50. Like, that right there is embarrassment.
Song, yeah, plural. Yeah.
No, I know, but the greatest one he wrote was "Hated to Love It," and like he didn't. You ain't write it. Like, come on, man, you out here wild.
But that better than like One Blood, because that One Blood song was
Come on,
everywhere.
but One Blood had like 50 dudes on it, man. That shit. Come on, that ain't your song. That's you featuring the whole goddamn rap game so you could get some clout. I could do a feature with everybody. My song gonna get lost. You gonna remember everybody else shit. Come on.
It's a show.
But anyway,
Untitled.
I mean, yeah, you know. We got some more callers here though. We gonna get to them. Who we got on the line? Actually, let me get to these super chats. That's what I need to do. I got New York Bullet, $2 super chat says M the GOAT emoji. Rod of the Storm says, it's always the cheerleaders on the sideline who have strong opinions. The players on the field always know who's the man. Okay. Who we got here?
What that mean, though?
I mean, he's saying the fighters know. The fighters know, and most fighters think Mike is a legend. Most fighters think he's one of the greatest of all time. So he's saying, basically, if you ain't fought, your opinion don't mean shit. Because we the ones on the sideline. And I'm putting myself in there, but like, we the ones on the sideline nitpicking, but the fighters will call Mike a legend, a great, in all time, right? Big Boss, Nino, what up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, I just got in here about 3 calls ago, but I heard niggas speaking on Eminem. I don't know what's wrong nowadays why Eminem gets so much disrespect, but niggas know Eminem pen game is ridiculous. It ain't even close with a lot of these niggas I've been hearing. I even heard, goddamn it, T.I. Did Mike say T.I. earlier?
No, he didn't. That was probably an audio glitch.
You goddamn right.
T.I. Come on, man.
Andre T.I.
I knew I heard T.I., dog. Come on.
Nah,
man.
he's still having audio glitches. I wouldn't say that's what Mike's saying until we could hear him clearly. It sounded like he breaking up.
Yeah, but I could have sworn I heard T.I., dog. But what? I couldn't hear him.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know. He breaking up. Mike, maybe you need to jump in, jump back out. But it do sound like he is saying he did mention T.I. I don't know.
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
he drunk off the lack.
T.I. over Eminem. Man, these niggas is funny, man. But I don't know why they disrespect that boy like that. I guess it's because he white, but I don't know. But about the whole Mike Tyson thing, they really two different type of fighters in my opinion. And I wouldn't really say you can't compare them because of the weight classes and whatnot, but just from how they fight, you know what I'm saying? It's two totally different type of styles. But when it comes to boxing, I actually think I seen more from Tank. To be honest, like if I had to just be like who the better boxer, I would say Tank. To be honest, cause shit, I ain't really never seen Mike just outbox a nigga. You feel me? Just easy. I mean, shit, you could say he won some UDs, but I seen Tank, goddamn it, fight with one hand almost a whole fight against Isaac Cruz, bro. Made that shit look like easy money. I had people say it was a close fight. I had that shit like 8-4 Tank. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I just gotta see a little bit more from Tank. I just think because Tank a little young right now, people hating on him and shit. But they like I said, it's two different type of styles, and with Mike, I just put him on my Mount Rushmore off the eye test. You know what I'm saying? It ain't off his resume because shit, he ain't never won that big fight. You feel me? Against that big name, he lost all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing like that. It ain't like no Floyd situation where he got all the names under his belt while you get up there. Even though Floyd had the skills, of course, but with Mike, it's just his style. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, it's only one type of Mike. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you gonna say somebody more skilled? It ain't like Jordan where you got a replica with Kobe. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like nobody like Mike. You know what I'm saying? It's like how he was coming. That shit 1-on-1. So it's really like hard to say a nigga more skilled than something you ain't even really seen after him or before him. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just a hypothetical, just whatever
Can
you
I ask
like
you one
more.
question?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up?
Can I ask you one question? Would you think it
Yeah, I'm
takes?
listening.
Do you think it takes skill to become the undisputed champion? I'm not talking about beating one guy for all the belts. I'm talking about Thanos going getting every belt at 19 years old.
Stop trying to play Devin out.
No.
No,
It ain't got
no,
nothing to
I'm
do with
not
Devin.
saying
I'm
that.
just saying like it takes because it took skill to do what Devin did. But I'm saying when the fighter's 19 years old and he go and get all the belts and he become the undisputed champion, I
Yeah,
think it
facts,
takes.
facts. He did. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you want to look at that, you feel me? He get accomplishments, he get recognition for that. But I don't really hold that win, you know what I'm saying, like up there high on the list, or just because I know dude was like 30-1 at the time, 30-0. I forgot his record, but I know it was a great record. Dude he beat for the belt for the I forgot dude's name, but I think it started with an M if I ain't mistaken. But like I said, man, I don't really go off the resume with Tyson, man. It's just more of the eye test with dude. Cause like I said, I ain't really never seen nothing like that after him. You know what I'm saying? When you put the film.
Nino, got to get the other callers, champ. That bell did
call,
ring.
though,
Charles
Nino.
Baker, not Barkley. Not to be confused with Barkley. What up, Charles? You got to unmute, champ. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to send a super chat. Send some love this way over here for the hard work. Remember, we're right back at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to Jay in Phoenix. What up?
What up, Jay?
Yo, what up? Yeah, as far as the topic for Tank having more skills, I have to agree on this with just trouble with the law.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's probably trying not to really like have that kind of publicity right now, you know, with the whole case surrounding. So for him to just pull that out of nowhere when it was just about boxing, he said, oh, he got, you know, trouble with the law. Other than that, no, it's kind of like, come on, man. You know, you didn't need to say that. So he said what he didn't need to say, which was, I agree, I got more skills. So it was just a little dig back. You know, everybody trying to look all into it. They're overlooking the fact that they know it was just a dig back. But see, now we got it as a real topic. Is he really better? Is he? It's like, who cares? It was just a dig back. But if we really going to discuss it, let's answer the
What
question.
happened?
Yes, he has more skills. Yeah, he has more skills. I mean, think about it. More skills. Now, Tyson was just crazy skilled at the peekaboo style, probably more than anybody we'd ever seen. So that's what took him far. But more skills, more tools in the box, in the toolbox to go to, more adaptability. You know, if Tyson injured his one hand, how does he box? How does he survive somebody who got the ability to actually knock him out if he only got one hand? How does he fight? Can he fight going backwards? How does his jab look? How does he use his jab? Is he just a come for a fighter? So again, I think Tank has more skills. Like he'd be able to figure something out if they both fought, if they were both in the same weight class. Like pound for pound, if they were both in the same weight class, I think Tank would figure Tyson out. I don't think Tyson would knock him out. So I would say, yeah, he has more skill. And everybody else, y'all need to get off Eminem dick. Y'all dick riding hella hard. He's a good lyricist. But y'all, we know why y'all doing all that. Like, just stop.
Why? Why
Just
they ain't
quit
never?
it.
Why they ain't never try him then?
But here's why. Because he got a whole machine and a world behind him. That's the elephant in the room nobody want to
We
discuss.
gonna use the race card now. A machine in the world
Talk to
behind
him.
him.
Talk to him.
He do. He
Crazy,
do.
crazy, bruh. That
Talk to
That's
him.
because. Am I? Hold on, wait a
I
minute.
strongly
Am I lying?
believe. I strongly believe that the people that say these things never bought an Eminem album, and that's okay. You may not think he relates to you, so you felt like there was no reason to
I
buy it.
used to listen. I used to listen to Eminem
You gotta
back
buy
in
the
the day,
album to
but he
listen.
fell off a.
You gotta buy the album to listen. You
He
can't hear
fell
a
off.
song on the radio. Kidding me? Them albums was fire, man. Like, is it an
But you gotta think
album?
about it, bro.
Is it an album you could play from the beginning to the end? Probably not. Everything ain't for everybody, but lyrics, man, y'all sound crazy trying to lie on that man name. He the best lyricist there is.
Disagree.
Ness.
What up, Charles?
What's up, Ness? What's up, Mike? Is that Almeen over there too?
It's show enough
Yes,
is.
sir.
What's
Salute.
what's going on, man? Great lineup. As far as this topic, man, I mean, I think Tank, I kind of agree with the previous caller in terms of Tank had to say something back, but I don't even think it's comparable in the sense that until I see Tank fight somebody that I think he can lose to, I can't compare him to Tyson. Of course, Tank looks superior, and I'm not knocking him. He's a great boxer, not a great boxer, but he's a good boxer. But until he gets in the ring with somebody like a Haney or a Shakur, when I could see him against top level competition, and that's no dig at Tank, I can't make that comparison. I've seen Tyson, and I'm probably around the same age group as you, Ness. I'm an '80s baby. I've seen Tyson fight. Um, I look at resumes. I still think Tank has some more work to do before we can start saying that his skills is better than Tyson. I gotta see Tank get in the ring with somebody who's either equally skilled or better before I can make that comparison. Um, Again, I'm always getting on. I like Tank, but Tank has to show me more. Tank has to show me, you know, how is it that you're in the WBA and you ain't activated your status yet to fight that super champion over there?
Cause bells
You
don't
know,
mean shit to Tank.
I know, and I get it. And you know what, Ness? To be honest with you, I mean, Calvin has said it. Calvin came on your show and said, it's all about taking care of the family. His family and Tank, how they were coming up, and I get that. But again, I think a lot of people with this Tank talk, let's slow down these Tank fans, and I like him, but I want to see him against a fighter that has an equal chance, skill wise, or even resume wise. I want to see him against that before I start giving him. Even when y'all were talking about that show, I was trying to get on as him being the face of boxing. Yes, in terms of pay-per-views, yes. But until I see him fight those type level guys in particular, like I said, why in the fuck would he won't activate that WBA status and fight that other young man over there? Until I see that, that's when I can start making him in terms of his comparisons to the greats, Mike Tyson. You know, I gotta see that before I start, going with those comparisons. So I'm not really. I don't know about him. He gotta say something back. I get it. And he's hot right now. He got a fight coming up. It keeps him in the headlines. But until I see him fight them top level guys, and I'm talking about Haney, I'm talking about Shakur,
I can't compare him to another great. I've seen Mike. I've seen what Mike done. I've seen Mike become the youngest heavyweight champion. I think a lot of people don't know that Mike Tyson did have skills. It's just that the whole promotion of him being the biggest and baddest, player on the fighter on the planet, people get caught up in it and the knockouts. But Mike Tyson was a good skill fighter. But until I see Tank step up, I can't do it, Ness. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Charles. Thanks for calling in. Great call. Great call. Gentlemen, any final thoughts on the topic?
Listen, if you think that we brought this up because we wanted to take away from Tank's potential or his greatness, absolutely not. This is something we've seen. I think it's a great topic to kick around because ultimately, when you're mentioned in the conversation with greats, that's all you really want. And even when the great mentions you, right? We brought it to hip hop. When Jay-Z mentioned your name, that's what you wanted. All right, Mike Tyson, he gave the name to the Mexican monster, and that's why we're so dialed in tonight. So maybe his opinion of Tank changes after the Ryan Garcia fight. And, this is boxing, man. Don't take it personal, man. Love the game, man. Love the game. Favor your fighters, but love the game, man. King Amin of Essex on Instagram. King Amin of Essex on Twitter. Championship rounds on YouTube, man. And we coming back later for the fight chats, man. Any last thoughts, Mike?
Mike. Looks like Mike is not there. I got a couple super chats. I think I got Nino Brown. Has Mike ever beat anyone you thought he would lose to? I ain't a Mike historian, bruv. I didn't think he was gonna lose to Evander when I watched that. I mean, Mike was always gave that perception of the baddest man on the planet. Georgie Porgy, Boston.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people?
What up?
Mike, Mr. Gibbs, Yo, listen, Mike is a fucking icon. Listen, Mike is an icon. Always on that Rushmore shit. You cannot take him out of his pedestal. A lot of great points being made about we didn't see Mike Tyson fight, in his back foot. So that day, I got to tell you a little bit that Tank is a little right, probably. We don't know yet, because Tank's career is not done. That being said, I run it with Tank all day, Tank all day. We got to let these legends of the past, maybe Mike said it as a joke, came out a little mean, Tank got butt hurt, bullshit. So we got something to talk about. That Eminem and the rap shit with JC, Ness, you wrong.
I hear you, man. Everybody's up to an opinion. But I'm a big Jay-Z fan, and I feel like
I know you are.
I feel like, M's verse was way better on Renegade, bro. I mean, I'm a fan.
But check this out. Check this out, baby. How many songs of Jay-Z you heard when this motherfucker rap? The meaning of his words
90
3,
seconds.
4, 5 different shit. You cannot name one fucking Eminem song.
Bro, you're kidding me, man.
Time just up and said, go ahead, say something. Say
Bro, the song with him and
say
Biggie.
that.
The
He's
song
great
with him
the
and
word
Biggie.
Consonant put. Nah,
His
baby.
his
only
wordplay is
motherfucker
great,
that
but look,
time
that's
just
an untitled topic, champ. Because we getting way off,
but
man.
it's the meaning. It's like hieroglyph. It means many things at the same time, baby.
It's called the metaphor.
Lyricists.
It's called the metaphor.
Yeah,
I get you.
baby.
I get
that
you.
Counts as, rhyming is great. Yeah, you're great with the words and rhyming them. But when you say many things with the same line, baby, that's another level. Shout out to TVB.
I mean, if you into that, you got to go check out, old Dipset, old Harlem, because they invented the double up style. You know what I'm saying? That's they shit.
Say no more. Everybody out there, support the channel, donate.
All right. I got a couple super chats. We last stopped off and Nino Brown. We have Parkside Entertainment. $2 super chat says M would have the world behind him like Drake versus Meek. And Drake bodied Meek. Fuck we talking about? Back to back.
10 seconds.
You know what I'm saying? What is we really talking about? Y'all terrible with this music shit. Y'all terrible for real. I got Lowe's Nose Boxing, $2 super chat. Check out his YouTube channel. He says he beat Spinks, and some people felt Spinks could win. Boxing with a $2 super chat says, have you seen the new John Wick movie yet, Ness? It's fire. I'm going to check it out, but I'm waiting for my lady to get back. But I'm going to say this. I'm going into that movie disappointed already. John Wick doesn't die. We talking about 4 movies, my man killing the entire world. It's very unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude just doesn't die. You know, he's indestructible. It's getting kind of lame. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's on some diehard Bruce Willis shit. And it's like, come on, y'all ain't got to stress the truth that much just to make a movie. But, yeah, man, I'm Ness GTO. I'm back at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, so late for all y'all, but right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. We're going to be live from the dispensary. It's going to be open. We're going to be at Harding, so stop through if you want to get that discount with TBV. We're going to be live watching the fight. Yeah. Salute.
Salute.
All right. Peace.